a quick introduction. We are privileged to have Ms. Ridhi with us today, currently serving as an associate data scientist at AB InBev, one of the world's largest beverages company. Ridhi brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. Ridhi's journey is a testament to her commitment and strategic planning, paving the way for her to land a coveted role at AB InBev through college placements. With the deep insights into the realm of data science, she contributes significantly to the company's data-driven decisions and strategic goals. Today, she will be sharing her journey, the do's and don'ts for college placements, and the skill set needed to embark on a career in data science. Her talk will also shed light on the role of data science in AB InBev's operations. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Ridhi. Uh, we welcome you, and yeah, we're excited to have you on board with us. Uh,
Thank you.
let's start with a very basic question. Just can you share a bit about your journey, how you secured your role at AB InBev, and the interest areas you had throughout school and college, and what were your passions, what were your interests?
Okay, so a quick introduction from my end as well. I have completed my B.Tech in computer science from SRM University, Kattankulathur, based in Chennai. And for AB InBev, now it's been 2 years actually, 1 year for the internship and then another 1 year as a FTE, full-time employee, right? So I would say computer science was what I wanted to do from the very beginning, right? My parents were somewhat disinterested or indifferent to send me out of our hometown to study, and I was a bit adamant that I want to do computer science only. So no matter what, I will go. So I was pretty persistent there, and hence I did my CSE finally. And coming to the placements, to be honest, I was a bit unsure where I want to go. As a computer science graduate, you have a lot of things you are interested in, right? You have the front end, you have the full stack developer role, SD role, data science role. Some companies even come for functional roles, right? So it's a bit confusing for you. Where do I apply? Where do I not apply? What are the chances? But then again, you have to be confident enough, believe in yourself, and then go ahead.
It's not very common. It's pretty rare that someone has interest in data science since like forever without their parents pushing them into that field.
No,
So
no. To correct you here, I was not interested particularly in data science, but I was pretty sure that I want to pursue something related to computer science, right? So uh, there are people who say, right, there are engineers in every corner of India,
yeah.
right? But then again, there are few engineers who are interested to pursue their career in the same domain or in the same field after graduating.
And this brings me to a general wondering which I had for the longest time, which is how is exactly data science integrated into AbInBev's operation, because it is primarily a beverage organization. So
Hmm.
how is exactly it a part of AbInBev? How is data science used in the company?
Okay, so I won't dig much deeper because then it's against the
Of
company's
course, of
policies
course.
and everything. But on a high level, data science is something which is a collaboration between data scientists and then the stakeholders and then the functional domains, right? So you can only drive data science in a company where all these collaborations happen. And in ABI, we see these collaboration for a lot of domains like logistics, and then there's R2R process, P2P process. So people who don't know what is R2R, it's a accounting process that every financial data go through. And then there's P2P process, which is procure to pay. So basically accounts payable, purchase orders and everything, right? So it's a huge company. How many invoices would you handle manually, right? Here comes in data science. where you automate everything, where you show the KPIs to the stakeholders or the functional users. What are the KPIs you have achieved for a month or for a quarter or for a year, and then how can you make it more efficient?
So, what exactly are the kinds of skills which are required for college students to get into a career in data science?
Uh, if you are preparing for your placements, then I would say coding languages like Python and R are really helpful. And then there's machine learning. Machine learning also involves different environments like Jupyter Notebook, and then there's uh, TensorFlow, right? So you have to be aware of all these environments, and then please don't underestimate Microsoft Excel. People think Excel is what kids do. It is a myth. Excel is very, very powerful to analyze your data, to visualize your data, and to manipulate your data. And then nowadays, you have to flow with the trend also, right? So you have to look what different power tools companies are using nowadays, like Power BI, Tableau, or I particularly work in Salonis, which is a process mining tool. So their salon is now growing up in India. So you have to be aware of the trend that is going on.
And these are the technical skills, the kind of soft skills which are required in data science.
Yes, yes. So very important soft skills. So communication is the key, I would say, right? So we as a data scientist are able to manipulate the data, to visualize the data, and then show it to the users, right? But to explain them the complex technical calculations that have gone through to visualize this data, it is important for the stakeholders to also understand, right? So you have to communicate well in the language that they understand, not the technical language. Then there is collaboration. You should always be open to collaborate with other teams in your company, right? So, so that you can go ahead and learn what all processes are going in within the company, what all you can contribute to it, and always think out of the box, right? If something is going on, okay, my manager has given this, I have to do this, my day ends there. No, right? You have your tasks that are assigned to you by your manager. Then you have to develop your personal skills as well, right? At the same time, you can't restrict yourself to a particular domain for a long time or for a long period, right?
So, you secured this role via college placements. How was that process like for you from front till end? Like, did you apply for other companies as well? And how was your entire interview and whatever process it was? How was it like?
So, actually, many people won't believe this, but AB InBev was the first company that came into our college, and I secured my internship there, and then I got a PPO. So, to be honest, I did apply to other companies, but I didn't sit because I was already happy. This was one of my dream companies to be in. Uh, but I would say, like, how college placement works, like you sit for one company, and then usually most of the colleges don't allow you to sit for another company unless and until it's providing you 2x or 1.5x of the CTC they are offering.
In your experience, what are the do's and don'ts that college students should keep in mind while preparing for college placements?
Okay, we'll first start from the do's, right? So you have to start very early. Do not procrastinate. Okay. You have to decide what field you want to go in. But even if you are not sure, right, explore the other fields as well, and then decide. Don't restrict yourself. Again, a second thing is you have to be aware of the ongoing trends in the corporate environment, right? Because in college what you study is pretty different from what you experience in a corporate society. Okay. And for the don'ts, I would say don't bluff in your resume. please don't bluff in your resume. People are very sharp who interview you. They get to know what you are bluffing and what you are not, and you will be doomed, I would say. I have seen many friends of mine who did this, and I won't say that went well. Okay. And again, don't restrict yourself, and don't demotivate yourself if you are facing any rejections. Always, like, there should be a combination, right? There are companies who would want some or the other skills, who would accept some or the other skills, but then even if you lack one of them, they might go ahead and reject you. And then there will be other company who will also see that you lack something, but then there's other skill that you have, which might have impressed them a lot. So don't get demotivated by the rejections you get. Keep working hard throughout.
And what are some of the do's, like some things that college students should keep in mind while actually applying, some best practices?
So, if you are aiming to go in a data science field, keep practicing your technical skills. Okay. And everyone around, like, if you have college placements going on, your friends would also be sitting there, right? You should have mock interviews with each other, so that you are well prepared and confident. Okay. You Networking is also very important. And then again, your resume should be quite strong, right? If you are doing engineering, you have 4 years to do a lot of courses that are available online. Okay, do that. Then be a part of some or the other society in your colleges. Also, this is not related to placement, but I would say, to keep a healthy mind, keep practicing your hobbies as well. Keep them with you till the end. This is what you call work-life balance.
Yeah, it is something that a lot of entrepreneurs say, ki, you should not focus on work-life balance in the initial phases of your career. But I feel that work-life work-life balance is pretty important throughout your career and your life.
Yes, you should always keep your hobbies alive. Those are something which will, keep on pushing you. I would say that was one thing for me. I love dancing and I have never given up on it.
And your work allows you to pursue your interests as well,
Interest as in.
as in your hobbies and your other passions.
Yes, yes, absolutely. The culture in ABI is very, very good. There are multiple engagement activities happening monthly or quarterly, and we enjoy a lot there.
So, for someone who wishes to pursue a career in data science, what are some, do you have any resources or, any suggestion from where people can learn those technical skills?
You have multiple online courses, right? And on Coursera, and then there's NPTEL, which our college used to, ask us to pursue. And then I think you should also go in and do some minor projects as well, just to implement the knowledge you have learned through the courses. Because again, learning something and then implementing it, it is very different. You should have practical knowledge as well. So minor projects are very important for a resume as well, I would say.
So, with the onset of the Industry 5, which is artificial intelligence coming into picture,
Mhm.
how is data science as a career affected by AI? Since in a lot of areas people have been losing their jobs, so do you think that has affected data science as a data scientist too?
I would say yes, but then it also depends on how you think, right? So, ChatGPT, for example, you are going ahead, you are typing everything you want to know, and then it is telling you. But What do you type so that it gives you an efficient answer, what you actually want, right? That is also a thing. People are nowadays learning how to give prompts to chat GPT. So there might be again a job which says we want a person who know how to prompt, how to give a command,
Yeah.
right? uh, AI would definitely affect it. It will reduce manual intervention. Of course, a lot of industries and a lot of companies are trying to reduce manual interventions as much as possible. But who are the people to automate? We as a data scientist would automate those things so that people can realize the FTE valuation, right?
So I've enabled the public chat for the audience to ask questions. I'll be till the time I'll ask a couple more questions. The audience can type in their questions in the chat box. All right. So, yeah, in an extension to the previous question, what do you think? How the future of data science looking like with further advancements in AI? How is do you think because data science as a career, it's relatively the idea of it is relatively new in India at least because initially people did not get to hear about pursuing data science as a career, but the demand of it has increased drastically over the past few years. So, how is the future of it looking like?
I think most of the companies will incorporate data scientists as data science is something which makes each and every process more efficient. It make us realize what are the inefficiencies hidden in our process, what can be improved, or what can be decommissioned to get a perfect process overflowing throughout, right? So I think there's a great future ahead for data science, and with a great collaboration with AI as well, right? So there are a lot of tools nowadays which have uh, ML, visualizations, and then AI all together.
Um, During your placement, your campus placement, were there any challenges that you personally had to face? And how did you navigate through those challenges?
Uh, I I would say first problem that I shared was I was not very clear on what field should I pursue, but I somehow knew that I'll be good with logical thinking, right? So I just wanted to go ahead and take up all the opportunities that are there in front of me, and then realize what is the best for my interest. And thankfully, I got into a job where my interest lies.
And last question from me: do you have any message or any piece of advice for college students who are trying to get into a career of data science?
I would say be persistent and resilient as well. And I I am not being a mom, but your environment is very much important. The people you sit down with, the people you communicate with, networking basically, it is very, very important. You should have the right amount of fun and the right amount of studies, because to be honest, everyone says like college life is fun, college is everything, and all that. The life ahead of college is much better, I would say. I'm pretty proud of myself that I am independent at age of 22, and I'm earning what is a dream of a high percentage of people in India, right? So be resilient, I would say, every day, every hour.
That's great advice for everyone and not just people who are wishing to pursue data science. And I hope that people actually do apply it in their own lives as well. So we have a few questions starting from Shayanika's question, which is how is the work culture of AB InBev and do you enjoy the role?
The work culture is great there. I do enjoy my role. As said, I was not very clear, but when I started working, right, I have a great team. I have a lot of people to interact with who are brilliant in what they do. There's a lot of learning every day. Work culture is superb. It is just superb. We are a beer company, so you can imagine. And
Yeah,
no FYI, no alcohol is allowed inside the company. Most of the people ask me, do they serve beer instead of coffee? No, it's just coffee.
but I'm guessing in the offsites at least you'll be getting access to a lot of beers, or at least some merch from the companies.
Yes, yes, of course.
Moving on, Shanika has a follow-up question, and she's asking if uh, can academics but solid extracurricular help me get a good job? How can I stand out in the placement process?
Academics do affect your placement if you're applying within the college placements, because then again companies come and first see your CGPA. But if you're applying off campus, if you think you have the perfect skill set for what you want to pursue, please go ahead and try off campus as well. Do not restrict yourself to the campus placements. How
Uh,
can I stand out in the placement process, right? So, confidence is the key, right? There will be a lot of people sitting in the placements, and me being from SRM has thousands of students pursuing computer science. But then again, what actually differentiate you from others uh, is your soft skills again. The extracurriculars you have done, the projects you have done, and the confidence, the way you present yourself to the people who interview.
that's a great answer. And Sunil lastly asks, I want to become a data scientist but want to intern in different areas too during college just to experiment. Will it lower my chances of getting hired as a data scientist after college?
No, I have tried my hands in a lot of domains, right? Again, because I was not clear what I want to pursue, I have tried my hands in a lot of things because I also wanted to explore where is my best interest, and it didn't. I would say it didn't. It was not a disadvantage for me. Actually, it was an advantage because companies that come in, they do look at what skills you have, but they also look how willing you are to learn new things, how willing you are to work from for them, right? So there's no harm in experimenting in college. I think you should definitely go ahead and experiment.
So I think it was one of the quickest, but also one of the most valuable sessions that we had all day. We had a lot of constructive conversation throughout. And thank you so much, Riddhi, for being a part of this conversation. And thank you so much, everyone else, for joining in. Since I see no further questions, I think it would be a good place to end this conversation. But thank you so much for being a part of it. And yeah, I wish you the best in your career. And thank you.